description and all that.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everyone doing tonight? See my little mini journals, aren't they cute? Hey, Steph. What are you doing? What have you been up to today? There's Jen. Hi, guys. What are you guys doing? What have you been up to today? I've been up to all kinds of craziness. What are you playing with? I have too, all day. I have been in my craft room. Oh, I saw all the inks and stuff. Hey, Lori. Oh, altered paper clips are awesome. Did you see? Oh, you work today? Yuck. We have an altered paperclip swap going on in our group. Oh, are you resting today? Ew. See my little mini journals? Aren't they cute? And they're just little scraps. I should have made these a little wider, but that's what we got. Little bitty scraps. They're so cute. Oh, that's why you made them. Are you getting ahead of the game already, huh? Awesome. The thread's name's Stephanie. I love little mini paper clips. They're one of my favorite things to do. Hey, Bev. Hey, there you go. Look, everybody's got their feet up but me. What's up with that? Here, I got to do all the work. Look, you guys, I found the prettiest napkin. Isn't that pretty? Oh, no, you're not, Lori. Are you going to come get me? I know it's 9 hours, but that's not a long distance. Lori's going to an estate sale tomorrow.
Estate?
Yep.
Oh, is that like when they did that? They sold it?
Yeah.
Oh, replace the front stuff.
This, I actually have 2. I have 2 left. 2. Although there's some of my favorite. I like that one. I like this one too. This one's one of my favorites. And I'm down to 2 of these. See, look, I've been cutting pieces out of this. This is what I've got left. Shoo, I went to an estate sale not too long ago and they had a bunch of stuff. Nope, I don't have a pack to sell. If I had a pack, I wouldn't be selling them. Where do I find good napkins? Oh, wow. Well, you can find really good ones at Tuesday mornings. You can find pretty good ones at TJ Maxx. Let's see, where else have I found them at? I've found them at Party City. Actually has some really, really pretty ones, surprisingly. Which, I mean, you pay a little bit steeper price, but I don't mind paying, $3.99 for a pack of like 36 napkins. Oh my gosh, Kath, I have to message you. Guess what I found that didn't go in your package? I'm just going to send it separate. So now my napkins are clean. But how are you doing, Kath? When were you going to the paper store? Did you get there yet? I'm going to use that in a little bit. Yeah, I don't mind, paying that. You might look online. Hi, Carrie. Hey, I usually give everybody, 3 or 4 minutes to get in. Oh, you're going next month. Oh my gosh, are you so excited? I was reading about that, but it's like 4 hours from me. Hey, look, here's a deal for you guys. I found this at my Dollar Tree. And you get 2 of them in a pack for $1. And they're scores, which they're really weird because when you get them, they've got like this little plastic nub thing that sticks up. I just took sanding paper to mine and sanded them down so they're smooth now. And they're scoring, but they've got these really cool little pointy, picky-uppy things on the end that actually work. Well, I don't know if they won this one because this one's smaller than even the other one. Nope, it won't in this one. The one glue tip I have, these will actually work in. But yeah, and it just pops on there. So there's a pokey thing and a score thing. But you get 2 of them for $1, and I've been using them, trying them out, just seeing, what they were like. And they actually do really good. I got this. They've got paintbrush stands now at mine. Oh, Kath. Yeah, the Dollar Tool is cool. I've got some of their stencils too. And then I haven't tried these, but I'm gonna try them. Actually, I might try some of these. We might try these out tonight. Will you get me my little glass mixing dishes that I have? The little glass mixing dishes, so I can put. But they're alcohol inks. They're actually made. It says mixed with resin, but they're just alcohol ink. But if you read on the back, it says you can mix with Mod Podge to create transparent colors. So I'm going to try it. Do you know where these are at? You add 1 drop at a time and mix until you get your desired effect. Yeah. So, and to clean it up, you just use rubbing alcohol. But I got a bright pink and a lighter pink and a gold and a silver. So we may use some of the gold. But they're like $5. I think they were like $5.95 maybe. For the pack of 2, which I didn't think was bad. And like these have the shimmer to them.
I don't see them over here.
Okay, if you open, just give me a red cup and I'll mix it in there.
I could as well.
At Walmart. They were just in Walmart in the aisle. And let me see if I can. I just had my receipt out here, so give me a second. Let me see if I can find it, and I'll tell you exactly how much they were. What do you do when you have too many Walmart receipts? Well, let's see. I'm looking. Give me a second. Well, I'll never be able to find it just because I'm looking for it.
Here. Alcohol ink?
Oh, yep, it's alcohol ink. $5.97 for the pack of 2. And they were just back in the area like where they were in the section, they were hanging up on the shelf above where the Mod Podge is in my Walmart. So, oh, you made pokey tools. Oh, awesome. Do you sell those in your Etsy store?
Yeah.
I was trying to see if these have colors on them. Nope, they just have numbered colors on them. Like this is 337, this is 125. Oh, this is pink rose. This is medium pink. Of course, gold and silver.
Yo, these are the same people that made my markers.
So I got 2 of the ones to see what they were like. Sorry for shaking the table. I'm trying to mix them up really good. I want to try some of this gold. We'll do that in a second. Okay, so let me set those to the side right now. This is one of the things I don't know if you've seen this or thought of this, maybe. I don't know. This actually says it's a real thing. This is an older one, but you can still find them. This one is 12 by 16, but they're actually canvas pads. And what it is it's, like your painting canvas that's stretched over your things. It's just the canvas part. Not to mention you get this really, really awesome. Oh, you just gave my, it has a really awesome hardboard on the end, which you can use for like probably 2 journals, but it's canvas, like paint canvas. And like this one was 12 by 16 and it came 10 sheets. I picked this up at my Goodwill, but they do still sell them. Hey, Joe.
Mom, they do have names. That's Rose.
Yeah, I just wrote them. So I'll show you in a minute. We'll do it in a minute. Let me pull my napkin out here. I'm going to use my beautiful napkin because I think it would make an awesome cover. And if you see, like, this napkin is one of the bigger napkins. It covers it just about completely. So, and you Mod Podge your napkin onto it. Like this one I did and I cut down. And of course, because it's canvas, it's really thick. But it would be perfect for like a fabric cover. And like this one would even be long enough you could do a flip if you wanted to do like a small size journal. So like that's one. And I mean, it takes the napkin really well. And I mean, as you bend it, it doesn't like uncrack. It doesn't crack or anything. It's pretty cool. And then I did like this one. And I don't know if you can hear that texture, but you can actually feel it. You can hear the texture. You really can. There's giggles, Joe. But when you put the napkin on, let me try to hold it up. See, I don't know if you could be able to see it or not. Where the wrinkles are, it actually wrinkles. And so it creates this really awesome like 3D effect. You can hear where I'm rubbing the texture.
What you're saying, but like hearing somebody say that is bizarre.
So this one is gorgeous. I loved this one. No, if I got it. And then I did this one with the birds, which this one's really cool if you want to do smaller journals because you can cut it right down the middle and then your birds are both facing the right direction. Oh, Joe, hi giggles. It's good to hear you. So like if you divide this in half, I mean, that's a nice pocket-sized journal. Or like, you know, like a pocketbook journal. Oh yeah, if you've got something, just post it. I don't worry about it. But I like that with the birds. And then this was the last one that I did. And I love this one because this is gorgeous. But yeah, as it moves around and like you get the wrinkles, it actually, you can feel those wrinkles in the cover so you don't get that like just flat paper thing. It's pretty cool. I was excited about it. But yeah, and I mean, it takes it perfect. And you can sew on this and everything. So, and you still have the white back that, you know, you can put whatever you want. Or you could, you know, Mod Podge the same napkin on the back, or, you know, one that blends. So that's just an idea I thought I would share. And that's what I ended up doing with this napkin. But that's for another day. So what we're going to do today is, let me grab a piece of paper now that I moved everything off my table. And I'm just using a piece of coffee dyed paper. And that's what I did with these. And they make the cutest little covers. And then I just throw a fabric strip. And what I do is, normally where you have the selvage, I, you know, rip about that inch off. And it's just the perfect width. And I mean, I don't care that it's got the holes in it or anything. I think it sort of adds to it. And I put it on the thing because I actually sewed it in. Like this one, I haven't put charms or anything on, but I just sewed it in. But there's nothing to it, so it's just a combination of old papers that I've got laying down, all the little scraps. Yeah, the canvas pads like that are amazing. I love them. I love the way they look. They're pretty cool. So let me, hold on, I'm rinsing my brush out. It's wet. Well, I had some in here. I had my blue ones in here.
They're not cute. Left already.
I don't know, probably. I've been in here working all day, so stuff's moved everywhere. But yeah, and I mean, you can put, not only that, you can do tissue paper too. So you can do a lot of things. Okie doke. So this is my homemade Mod Podge. Oh, I have a bunch of it. It's pretty much ready for the flip through. I've got some inserts that I'm going to make tomorrow. It's just becoming so long trying to do everything in like exact detail. So I'm having to sort of like do some of it off camera. But it's pretty much like done. I'm in love with it. But no sneak peeks. Thank you, dear. So this is my homemade Mod Podge. This is an 8-ounce bottle. I found this at the Dollar Tree. You get 2 of them in a pack for $1. And it's like, you know, ketchup, mustard, barbecue sauce type thing. It's an 8-ounce bottle. I put 6 ounces of school glue. And I'm cheap. I do not buy the expensive stuff. I go to Walmart and buy the Crazy Art washable glue because it's like super, super cheap. I've never had a problem with it. And I put 6 ounces of it in here with 2 ounces of water, and then just shake it up really good. And before you get ready to use it, just shake it up really good. And I've not had any problem with it getting old or anything. And in here versus like a canning jar, I used to keep them in a canning jar. And every time I wanted to use it, I broke my arm trying to open it. Even when you wax it, even when you oil it, parchment paper, everything. Every time I did it, it would just get stuck. It just wouldn't work. This works great. And when I'm going to glue something down, I can just literally throw it on a page. And I probably should have something underneath this, but that's okay.
Don't you have a...
Yeah, I've got a Tim Holtz mat. I've got like 2 of them. I got the big one and the little one. But, you know, hey. And I'm just going to scoop my glue across. Okay, and then I'm just going to start adding paper. Like this is some old coffee filter. And if I have straight edge, I put the straight edge up to the side. And make sure that you have, you know, some napkins or something close if you're going to do it by hand. And then these are a bunch of digitals, like either I've cut something, I fussy cut out and they're left, or, you know, you do a kit and you've got, you know, that page or two that you don't use left over that just sort of gets piled up. And then I just brush it across. The glue that I have in the little bottle is art glitter glue. You can use barely glue too. It works great too. Now I've got these darker pieces that are just little random pieces of old book page, like where I've tore off to do something I didn't want the straight edge. These work great because they just line up against the straight edge. If something doesn't glue down, and I'm just going to randomly tear pages into pieces and lay it down. And if something doesn't glue down, you can go back, hit it with some art glitter glue or, you know, whatever you want to. And I just sort of try to get the glue over top too, because that's what's going to seal it and really keep it down. So every once in a while, I'll pour some more glue on and add some more. Ew, I'm going to like this one. I like this one. I'm going to save this one for in the corner. And you just basically create a random hodgepodge. Yeah, they both are, I think they're both, I don't really see a difference in the two. I mean, some people, you know, swear by art glitter glue and some people swear by barely, and I don't see a difference, but that's just me. Now Fabri-Tac, when I'm doing lace or fabric, my go-to is Fabri-Tac. And a lot of people will go, oh, you know, I think I'll put this up here. Put that up there. And if you have, like when you go to print, you run out of ink and you get like misprints, or, you know, you copy something on the wrong page or whatever the case may be, this is a great thing. Don't throw those away. And a lot of people will be like, oh, it's misprint, it's got streaks in it. But once you do this, especially if you're using like a desktop, whether it's like a desk jet or an office jet, you're not going to be able to tell once you start wiping it around. Let's see, let's get some more music page on here because we like our music pages. And I just randomly throw it on there. So, and if you create a bunch of these and you get them stocked up, then you can make a bunch of the small journals and have them. So when you're doing a journal and you want to throw something in, you can just throw it in. Especially if you keep it sort of like this, just sort of has a pink tone, but it's not really specific. So I literally can throw it in with any kind of pink journal and it's not going to matter. And you can also, you can do it in a lot of different ways. Oh, I don't want to put that there. Put this up here. And I just keep layering it up till it's covered. Have some. Everybody's awful quiet out there. Are you listening to me rattle? That's what my kids think. Oh, she just rattles all the time.
Oh.
Oh, you missed it. You missed it, Katie. You missed the pretty napkins. You missed the pretty napkins. They were so pretty too. I am gluing these down and Mod Podging to make tiny little journals. Like this. Just teeny tiny little journals. Let's see. Oh, there's some more of that. You did. You missed the best part. I have to go back in a little bit and show you. I guess I could do one of those and show you. It's pretty easy to do. I mean, if you've done napkins on anything, then you can do it. It's pretty much the same thing. It's pretty cool though. Let's see. I need some book pages. I have vintage book pages here under my pile somewhere. What? It is. It's under the pile somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I do. Sometimes it's a real big mess. Sometimes it's not. It just depends on how lucky I am. Oh yeah, it's the easiest. I'm telling you, if you've been buying Mod Podge, don't. A, it's expensive. I mean, it's expensive if you go through a bunch of it. I tend to be rather heavy-handed when it comes to it, so yeah, we haven't played with that yet. I'm going to when I get this done. I'm going to put some pink on different areas and see how it works. Yeah. Yeah. She's over. Well, my mom doesn't like it. I get it.
Yeah, I'm just eyeballing that gold and silver.
The gold and silver is pretty awesome.
Well, even the blue is really pretty.
That's what we may play with is the gold and see if we can get some sparkle going on. Let's see. What do we not have around in here? We can do some music there. Yes, that's all it is a barbecue sauce bottle. And I find like a barbecue sauce or a ketchup, mustard bottle. And if you can't find these, if you're at a thrift store, a secondhand store or whatever, and you find the old, standard, and honestly, you probably could use any kind of squeeze bottle. You just would have to be careful,
make sure it's a large tip.
The amount that you squeezed it, or you might end up with a really bad mess. Yeah, they do. And you can use all kinds of bottles. I personally like the cheap ones from, the freebie, the cheapie store. If I can get something for $1 that works, I'm going to use the $1. Okay, let's see. Ew, where do I have a little spot? Oh, I got a cute little spot right there for you. And then all I do is, oops, I'm sorry about that. It is an 8-ounce bottle. And all I do is I use 6 ounces of like your white school glue, Elmer's, whatever brand that you use, and 2 ounces of water. And I've never had mine go bad or anything. Hi, Marty.
Is it Marty?
Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to watch that, Katie. I bet you were flipping out because I know you look. I would have been. Hi, Marty. Make sure you tell Ron I said hi.
Oh, it's Ron and Marty.
Ron and Marty. Yep.
Ron and Marty.
Oh, Elena said hi, Marty.
Kitty's one of the few people that isn't room. Excuse me.
Oh, if you hear me talk about Elena, that's my daughter, in case anybody doesn't know, because I know there's some new ones in here. Elena's my 15-year-old. Well, soon to be 16.
The magical hair.
She'll be 16 in a minute here.
52 days.
It's not that long.
Is it not 52 days?
See, I got glue on my desk just because Carrie said that. And if you're doing it and you notice something doesn't glue down, just pours it down. That's what I do. Okay, let's see. And I'll put music up here in the corner. This is darker, so it doesn't bother me too much. Yeah, Lori was here. I don't know if she's still here. Knowing Lori, she's listening and crafting. Yeah, she will be 16 on the 23rd. Jen's son will be 16 on the 25th.
Oh!
Of May or June. Okay, let's see. I gotta put something right along there. What do I want to put along there? Let's see what I got over here that's pretty cool that I can put. Oh, of May. Of May. And Joe said, yeah, she gets up really early, like what, like 3 or 4 or something like that. She's at work really, really early. So yeah, she's liable to be, I think I'm actually going to put this over here so it sort of draws your attention to that number. There we go. And let's put a little bit of this there. And I just keep piling it up. I'm sorry if my arm is in the way. It's sort of hard to do that and not.
Oh, there's the clock. Bound to happen.
Oh, I know. I've not been eating sugar at all, so cake sounds awesome to me. They're always talking about cake. It's all, and guess who brought it up?
Marty?
Marty.
Yeah. You know,
okay.
Like Marty's talking about cake and Ron's
So
about to go get cake.
there we go. So now let's try this. I'm just going to put some of my Mod Podge here. Oh, I don't care. And the bottom. Let's try with gold first.
Oh wait, I want to watch you use this stuff first.
Get a small brush.
You want a detailing brush, or do you want a fine liner brush, or do you want a thick boy brush?
I don't care. Just a small one.
Where's one of your brushes? Ooh, you want this one? It's got a tip.
Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, then here we go. It says 1 drop and then stir and then try again. So I'm going to put 2 because, you know, they always overestimate that stuff.
Mom, you mean underestimate?
That's what I meant.
I know you do. Is there water with it, or are you just?
And I'm stirring. Yes. Stir, 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 stir. Stir, 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 stir. Okay, I'm going to put some more in there.
I'm sorry, but doesn't that just escalate Caitlin?
I know.
Cake?
My daughter's name is Kate, and she would eat anything that's sweet. Okay.
Oh, that looks thick.
Not really. Okay.
For ink. Oh, you put Mod Podge in there.
Yeah, you put Mod Podge in there.
Can you use this with water?
Yep.
With
okay, so let's see. Oh, it is leaving a shimmer.
It said for a transparent color, so yeah.
So let's cover this whole square here.
Oh, I was hoping that'd be far more opaque.
Well, and it may be
It might be one of those like drying ones.
Well,
because if it's resin based,
it's gold too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You putting that straight with the gold?
I'm gonna put some pink in here.
I'm gonna go ahead and unscrew this. Re-screw this. Whoa.
We'll just make a pink gold.
Oh, rose gold.
Not really rose gold, just a.
Well, I guess if you use this,
a shimmery pink. How's that? It is mixing up very easy though, which is almost like
bizarre,
shocking. It's just sort of weird. I would never.
On the other side of the cup, yeah.
Yeah, let me mix it all up in here really good. Okay, so let's take these lines since they're white. Oh yeah.
Oh, that pink.
See, that's gonna, and the gold does have a shimmer to it.
It doesn't show up on camera as good. It shows more like a. You'd figure it looked more like that on camera.
Let's see. I don't know. Can you tell the difference? Let's see. Let's find something else that's really white. Oh, okay. See take it up here. See how the color it is. Then I'll draw a line through the bottom of it so you can tell the difference. So yeah, it does. I don't know if you can see hopefully you can see the pink. Yeah, the pink, it does a.
So this is probably going to be like barely noticeable.
Yeah, so these are, for the ones that are late, shame on you for being late to my live. How dare you? No, I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I'll probably ruin this, but I just want to see how it looks on some of the different papers. Because if you don't try, you won't know. Yeah, it does create sort of pink. I got these. They came in this package. They're alcohol inks. You get 2 to a package for $5.97, I think. And they're Mod Podge brand alcohol ink. They're at Walmart for $5.97. So
I'm just wondering here.
And I'm probably heavy-handed too, so I'm just gonna go ahead and make this whole thing pink so it doesn't look so awkward. And you can see I put some of the gold in there, and you can see the shimmer. So yeah, it definitely. So let me see something. I'm gonna try over here where I put that coffee filter that was.
Oh my god, it's so quick dry.
Yeah, and it dries super, super fast. Yeah, so it does alter the color. So hold on, guys.
Oh, you finally set Nightbot up. Now you can ask me to walk over there and I forgot you something.
I know, I'm trying to find
a floating paintbrush.
I know, is there a floating paintbrush? Oh, well. Well, I'm trying to find a tag that I've made that doesn't have
something on it, or like color
that pink won't clash with.
Blue. Does blue work? Ooh, that's pretty.
Let me see what I have in here.
Ooh, that one.
Okay, so I'm going to use, oops. And it doesn't seem like it's drying and stuff.
For apple fritter.
Oh, really?
How come every time Marty is in chat, it's always food related and it makes me hungry? I'm going to get a cucumber. It's always food related.
You're going to go eat a cucumber?
You want a piece?
No, I don't want no.
Crunch, crunch, crunch.
Really? She's so silly, you guys. 15 going on 35. And the last of my babies. She is well, in September, she'll be my last one under 18. Free bird. No, I shouldn't say that. I love my kids to death. So yeah, like, I don't know if you guys can tell So yeah, you can use it like just around the edges. Honestly, it reminds me of almost like Tim Holtz glaze in appearance is what it reminds me of. Without, I think it'll work. So let me set this up somewhere to dry. But yep, see my little birdies I made, and they're cute. Okay, now that I've painted this all up pink so it looks all crazy. Yep. So you can paint it on, it's appearing that you can paint it on as thick as you want or as thin as you want. The thinner just, because I keep adding color to my brush because I'm, a color hog. But yeah, you can take it down to like a lighter shade. So like you have your darker here, and then over here you've got that lighter shade where you barely can even see it. Nice.
And tomatoes.
That works. Okay. So it
does work.
Oh yeah, you can do that.
Did you try the silver?
No, but I want to see what it looks like when it's dry. Sorry if that. Hi, Vanessa.
Oh, that's drier.
Huh?
Drier.
Hopefully my thing's not too loud. Sometimes it doesn't catch it. Do what?
Crafty angel. An angel in heaven doing. Oh.
Okay. So you can see a little bit of the color difference in there. So yeah, you can add, and I mean, alcohol ink's alcohol ink. Yep. So now I must play and figure out colors because I'm thinking, yeah. Okay, this is going to sit over here and dry. No. Okay. So, hand me those right there. Everybody might have. Okay, cool. What I was showing everybody earlier is, hand me that pad. It's sort of a trick. I've not seen anybody else do this. Now, I'm not saying anybody hasn't, but I haven't seen anybody. And I've watched a lot of videos over the years. But this is canvas pad, like your painting canvas. Although I'm sure if the painting canvas works, you can use the canvas that you get, like, or even fabric. I'll have to play with that and see, because I'm thinking if you use fabric adhesive, like for quilting, if you use that on paper and stuck your fabric on your paper, that you could adhere a napkin on there, and then when it dried, you could pull that napkin or that paper, the fabric and the napkin off, if I can get it out. But anyway, this is the canvas, and I've just Mod Podge napkins on it. There's one and that one. I love this one. This one is, that's gonna make a pretty journal. And the birds. And I love this pink one too. No, not Heat and Bond. My spray adhesive. It's called it's sitting right in front of me. Basting spray. Like when you baste quilts, it's just temporary. So I think it would work really, really good. So I'm going to show you how I did one of those, just because I think everybody knows how to collage. So we're going to make the little journals next week, like mass make them. So there's a little clock dried. So, if you collage some pages, if you want to make some up, that's what we're going to be doing next week. So Or today when I get back to it.
Both making tiny babies.
Right now, I have to do this and show you because I love this. And you're going to do this just like when you use, just like when you do a napkin on an envelope or whatever kind of piece of paper that you use. Uh-oh, I got it stuck up. And there it went. It pressurized itself. It did again. Oh, sorry, it's done it again. Oh my.
How professional.
I know. Well, I think it's got something stuck up in there. It does it occasionally. Okay. You want to clean that? Mess with me, I'll just dump it. So I'm just going to brush my canvas just like if you're laying down a base coat to paint. And remember, the more wet you get it, the more your napkin has a chance of ripping. Now I can tell you that you can use, yeah, it's just stuck. It does that occasionally. And then I'm just going to make sure that after I make a mess. Yeah. And I'm just going to make sure you put a thick enough coat that, you know, while you're getting everything covered, you're really, you guys do not want to know that she's over here blowing through the lid trying to get it out.
I think I've done a good job.
Thank God it's school glue and non-toxic.
Yeah, I probably would have done it to something stupid.
She's silly. And just make sure you keep a little rag close.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure this is still. And I try to just make sure it's evenly spread out and it's not all like goobed up in one spot.
Oh, not me.
Like Marty laughs, everybody else is sitting there going, seriously? What is wrong with this woman's child?
I'm glad that Marty knows.
Okay.
There we go.
And I'm just trying to center it. Wow. Every time I do it, it gets worse. How does that happen? My napkin is bigger than the canvas, which is fine. And then I'm just going to lightly tap it. I tap it down because when you tap it down is when it creates sort of those wrinkles in it. And I actually like the wrinkles in it. I don't want it all flat because I want that texture. Okay. And then I'm actually going to put a little bit more under here because it doesn't sort of look like it caught there. Yeah, it seems to be doing good. Thank you. And then, you know, you just go through, if you find a place where it doesn't quite look like it's stuck down really good, then it will pull back up until you do the top. And once you do the top, it's stuck. I do too. I love this. This looks like old-fashioned wallpaper or something. It's gonna make the prettiest journal covers. You didn't get it out.
I thought I did.
It's back.
Poor man. Did I not get it out, or did we just plug it in?
No, I just think it didn't come out all the way. And then you want to make sure, touch it as little as possible, because if you touch it, it's going to stick to you. Here, just let me have the bottle so I can...
Nope, I fixed it.
Thank you.
Didn't realize I fixed it, and I fixed it.
No, you momentarily did.
Okay.
Yeah, you could run it through. I don't know. Right there it is. Grab it.
Oh, it feels bad. Doesn't feel the most pleasing.
Yeah, I think it would. I don't know, but I can try when it dries and see and let you guys know next week if it does laminate. It would be awesome if it did, because I would love this as a traveler's notebook.
Wait, which one are you doing?
And the cool thing, if you did a traveler's notebook, because they're smaller, you know, it would leave quite a bit extra. You could actually cut the other half and fold it up and create a pocket to put in the middle that would match, which would be really cool. I may have to try that. What I'll do is I'll try on my other ones that I have extra napkins for. Oh, see? But yeah, I'll try it on my other ones that I did and see how that works. Do you want to do that?
What?
You know how to laminate, don't you?
Yeah.
You know how to do my laminator?
Wait, is this your new one or your old one?
The new one, it's the same as the old one. You just have to put it on 5 mil because it's really thick, I think.
Yeah, I can do it. If I don't know how to do something on her, then
That works. She will try.
Am I doing this now?
If you want to.
Can I hit it here?
The box of things is right there in the gray basket.
And then after, I need you to pick a drawing for me because I can't decide.
Okay.
The
The laminator it's on my white table.
I have to find these things.
They're right there in the gray basket on the very end.
Okay.
No, very end.
Oh, this?
Yep.
Oh, there.
Yeah, and it just adheres right down, just like, you know, if you're doing an envelope or whatever, which makes it really awesome. Let me flip this around. I'm gonna make it easier to get a hold of here. And then how I did my other ones, I let it dry completely, and then I went through and checked the edges, and then if yeah, there should be a couple other ones there in an old box. They're underneath the mat. Then I come back the next day after it dries, and if I need to re-adhere anything, then grab it then. Or if you wait, you know, a couple hours, you can come back and check the parts that didn't stick. But I do let mine set overnight.
So you only need one laminating pouch?
Yeah, you only need one.
Okay.
And you'll have to, hold on just a second, guys. You'll probably have to cut this down.
You want to cut it? I can't cut a straight edge for straight edge.
Let me cut this real fast for it.
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
I'm not good with cutting things. My hands are far too shaky for that.
And here's something that you might want to know too. You can cut it with your straight cutter. And it cuts just like paper, which makes it nice for straightening up those edges. You're not trying to do it by hand. Okay, let's see.
Okay, oh, sorry, people's in the microphone.
It's right there.
Okay. I'm guessing we start from back and press the power button.
Yeah, you gotta push the power button. It'll tell you when it's ready.
Oh, it's making time. So
yeah, you have to give it
I press the settings button to change it to 5 mil?
Yes.
Oh, dope.
Okay, let me really fast dry this a little bit before I move it, because I don't want to pick it up and it hasn't slid so far on me, but if I say that, it will. I love this napkin. This is a very, very old heated tool from like 25 years ago.
I was about to say, I remember that thing.
And I bought it brand new like 25 years ago. Yes, I did remove all of the layers from the napkin. So this is just like when you do an envelope or anything like that. The same thing if you've never done that. Washi tape. Use washi tape. It pulls it up without any problem, and you don't have to worry about tearing. No, it'll stay constant. The back, the little flat thing, pull it down. Pull it down. It's okay. It's gonna no. Flip it up. That thing goes backwards. Yeah, there you go. Sorry about it. She hasn't. I got a new laminator. She's used to my old one.
The old one's so much
bigger.
Yeah. I mean,
they have. If anybody is interested in laminators, they have new ones at Walmart for $17, just like your basic, use at home. What? The basic use at home laminators. They're $17, and it works like a gem. I mean, I used it, and it just. My other one was a Scotch brand, and I had a lot of trouble with it. This is a Pen and Gear. It was $17, and for like the pen, if you buy the Pen and Gear pouches, you get 150 of them for $22.
Wow, I wish I had your memory of prices.
Hold on just a second. I'm going to have her dry this real fast, and she can talk really fast while it's in this big laminator. It'll take me just a second. Stay about 6 inches away and keep it moving.
Okay, madam. I won't, I promise. I try. I get to sit in the big chair. I feel like I should be talking, but I don't know. She got stuff stuck on that. How are you guys, I guess? I don't know. Haven't seen you guys in like a year or so. Something like that. Nah, I'm just humming, man.
Do you think they want to listen to Tom?
It depends if they realize if I'm tone deaf or not.
I'm sure they did. By the time you started humming.
Oh, I said, how are you guys? I haven't seen you guys for like a year, and Marty said a year, at least a year. I missed your giggles. It's been too long. At least I know I have an entourage. Do you have a YouTube channel too?
No.
Well, technically, but
yeah,
I do speed paints and stuff, but not very active on there. I mean, like, I have social media and stuff where like I do art. That's about it. I've never really been big into YouTube or anything of that. I just chill with the good old Dorothy. Michelle, which one is it?
Okay.
I shall continue to do. I have a fan club. I have a fan club. You're right, I have a fan club. Here. Oh, you know what? Okay.
I'm gonna set this to the side. I'll just set it over here for right now. Can you guys see how it caught all the wrinkles and stuff? Can you? Yeah, you guys can see the wrinkles. I think.
Yeah, you can.
You're kind of really good. She does really, really, really amazing art.
I got.
Is that your book?
Yeah.
Is that the only thing in
Not
there?
this book. You don't show this book.
Do you have anything else?
No, I'm not.
Oh.
I got Chewy.
No, this I cut crooked.
Chewy.
I cut this crooked, so it's like I didn't cut. I was trying to hurry too fast, but yes, it does laminate. Unplug that, please. But it is set on 5 mil, and it does hold the wrinkles through the laminate, so you still get that wrinkle feel. But yeah, I was trying to hurry. Can you see where I cut it crooked? But yeah. And so yeah, you could definitely use it as like a dashboard in a planner, or I know this is totally crooked, but we're still going to pretend it's straight. How's that? We're going to pretend it's straight. 5 1/4. Oops, I skipped the track. This is probably not going to be straight either, so we'll see. Because I'm doing this on the fly instead of paying attention to my details. Yeah, so it is definitely, especially if you're doing like a traveler's notebook, you're going to be carrying around in your purse, or, you know, you just want the outside to last for a while, or you're doing signatures and you want to keep, you know, the same cover but switch your papers out. Yeah, and you can score it, and it holds it too. Obviously that was not straight, but yeah, so you definitely could use it as a cover. Now this, more than likely, I will just like cut here and use as a dashboard. Oh yeah, or a planner. Yeah, oh yeah, because you could do these and you could turn basically any napkin you have into a planner cover. Which may be what this ends up as, because I am in love with this print, guys. This blue one. It's like my favorite color blue in there.
Yeah, I couldn't tell.
So yeah, definitely. And as long as you kept it below an 8.5, or took it to like, if you took it to like your library or places or Staples, places like that does, you know, the bigger size, you could do the full napkin if you wanted to. I mean, but obviously you'd want it as a journal cover, or what, or even, you know, as an 8.5 for a binder, then you could knock your holes in it and be ready to go. But yeah, it works great. So there you go. And remember, you saw it here first. I have another one of those. But yeah, so let me. These are a couple other ones. Yes, I'm using red because I'm not a big, huge red fan, and I was trying to force myself to use reds. And I've just started to put papers in these. But you can do it on the outside of an envelope. And this was the envelope. I just cut the envelope open, trimmed it down, split it open, covered it with my napkin. Then I let it dry. Then when it dried, I went in and very carefully cut around the pocket window and used double-sided card so it showed through at the bottom. So like a mini journal cover. These I was just playing with for a concept and idea. And then there was that one, and it was a double one. This was the first one I did. You can see where I messed up trying to level everything out. There's that one. And then this was the last one that I did. And I was actually going to put something over top here. So I had cut things for one envelope and didn't pay attention. Didn't realize I had, because I did them all at the same time, I didn't realize I had a 2 envelope. So, and like this one, I have pulled up, but I haven't actually trimmed it. And once you do it, it actually sticks. So if you take your fingers, you can literally just go around the window. And if you're really careful and you just pull outward, sort of like when you wet a napkin, you literally can just pull it away without pulling it from the envelope. So yeah, so I mean, there's another idea that you can do. And I love the way like this one turned out. And again, that's just napkin and double-sided cardstock. And obviously, these were prototypes. And then this one was, I sort of messed it up there, but I'm like, okay, well, I was going to put lace down the side, so it really didn't matter. Yeah, I just had a piece I was playing with, but yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with it. And these are small enough, you know, even if you put some papers in there and bind that, I mean, there's quite a few pages in there. Let's see, there's 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 26, 28, 2, 34, 36. So there's 36 coffee dyed pages in there. And that little journal. And I mean, that's great to keep like in your purse, just to write on, you know, little notes, grocery store list or whatever. And it's
a bullet journal.
Yeah, almost like a bullet journal. And this is small enough, like you could write your grocery list in there. And you figure there's 36 in here. So if you added, let's see, you get 4 each time, 40, 44, 48, 52. So if you added 4 more sheets, you literally could have this for the whole entire year for your grocery list and just use a new page every day or every week when you're doing your grocery list. So, I mean, there's a ton of things you could do. And those are pretty easy too. So back to where I was at. Let me find a piece of paper. So I have this paper and it's got, this is, oh, yeah, that's fine. Thank you. So it has this pretty print on the back, and I really don't want to mess with this because it's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to collage on the back of it. I know you guys are probably like, collage? Seriously? And what she's going to keep doing.
What collaging?
Let's see. Let me get some of my papers out here ready to go. So, had anybody ever seen the canvas done like that before? I'm just wondering. I've not seen anybody do it, but I don't want to like go around, saying I'm the first one. If somebody else, you know what I mean? I try to keep an eye out for, but I don't remember anybody ever doing it. So I was wondering, I was going to ask some of the old times. Yes, that's from, no, it is not from the Paris collection. This one is from the fairy, Eclectic Fairies, maybe. Yeah, see, I hadn't seen it either, so. But I was like, you know, I'm like, I better watch that because I don't know if somebody has seen it. I've seen a lot of, I think, I've seen a ton of YouTube videos, but I've never seen it before. But I didn't want to go, you know, and do that. Hey, I seen that, you know, I'm the one that done it first. And I'm, not that I was bragging, I done it first, but. You know what I mean?
No idea.
I don't like I don't like going around and saying, hey, you know, I had this great idea, you need to try it. And it's somebody else's idea. Yeah, that's from the fairy collection. This one I'm going to do a little bit more boxy. I'm going to put this way. And I'm going to keep the little, even the little random holes down there. And I'm going to keep this one a little more plain. Because, you know, if it's plain, then I can add whatever to it. So instead of using, especially with the inside being the decorated paper, my hands are getting sticky. So who all do we still have on here? I was just curious. Exactly. That is me. And when me and my husband were talking the other day, and it came up because of, you know, people worry about who did this and I did this first. And I'm like, you know, there really is no new ideas under the sun. Somewhere somebody has done it. Well, hi, Brenda. I'm here. Yeah, that's how I feel. And it's like, you know, there's no new idea. And if you think that you've got a new idea, then, you know, woohoo, if you think you've got the brand new idea, somewhere somebody does it. And we were talking about that, and I said, you know, people will get bent out of shape or whatever. And I'm like, I'm just not that kind of person. I do what I do. And
are you plugging your vitamin coffee?
Oh no, I didn't.
You gotta plug it.
You're so funny.
Gotta promote the stuff.
Yeah, but I don't even know how to do that.
You literally go.
You have.
And I can go to your thing and pop up a link if you want.
I don't care. You can do it. I don't.
Hand me your phone instead. I can do it fast. Since your computer's slow.
It's under there in the pile somewhere.
The pile. Well, let me get the link and all that, and then you can do it.
Is my mom on here?
Hey, Mom, can you do your... You have a password on there. Oh, is Grandma on there?
I don't know if she's on there or not. I sent her a link earlier, but I think she was still at church maybe. Oh. So what is everybody working on right now? Like what type of project are you working on? Yeah, I haven't seen her either. And I'm guessing Lori conked out for the night, which is fine because I know that poor girl. I would hate to have her hours. Because she's up and at work like really well. I mean, my husband gets up at 4, and I get up with him, but geesh. Then I sit around the house and goof around or whatever. So I'm up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, but. Ooh. Hi, Elizabeth.
Is your thing done by Dorothy?
Yeah.
Is it, what's, I don't know. You'll put your thing in there. If it's going by your first name, because like that's all it shows up when I put.
Hold on, you guys. Should be on there.
Nope, that's all it's showing up. Did you put it on your Facebook or anything? Or I can just follow
Yeah.
you? Oh, okay, then I can do that.
It's on my community thing too.
Oh, okay. I'll do that then. By the way, I like your little icons.
Oh. So what have you been up to, Elizabeth? Are you still jelly printing like this woman? This woman.
When I press the link, it shows up.
This woman is a jelly printing queen here. Oh, nice. What color did you pick? Yes, I am. No scrap left behind. There you go. Well, you know, if you knew how many scraps I have.
Haha, I found you. Your link was just broken.
Okay, we'll go fix it.
I will fix it, madam. I'm good at that.
I love having teenagers that are techno nerds.
Techno nerd.
Oh, really?
What?
Nice. That's going to be pretty. Well, you know, I hate leaving them go, and there's so many little scraps. And you guys, I'm just using the, I don't want to say garbage, but the garbage that's on my desk. I'm not like
Dirty.
digging out of any buckets or anything. Not that I don't have scraps sitting around everywhere.
You dummies. What could you put a eclipse at the end of it?
That's probably where I copied and pasted it.
Yeah.
Yeah, she does a great job. You can actually buy her jelly prints. Elizabeth, don't you still have those in your store? Mod Podge. Well, I'm using my homemade Mod Podge
Okay, let's see if that works.
that I made earlier today.
Yeah, I fixed your link, Mom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, give me a second to go to YouTube and then you get live and I'll post it and then you can say stuff about it.
Oh, do you have downloadables? Awesome. I need to go check those out.
Okay, whenever you feel like plugging it, go for it. There you go.
Yeah, that's exactly how mine are. Mine has their own little zip code.
Yeah, so go for it, Mom.
It didn't take it all.
Stop. Fiddles. Dad, do your thing. Turn your phone off.
You guys don't ever put facial recognition on your phone. Mine went crazy. I broke my screen.
Ignore the link.
Oh, I know. I don't throw my scraps away. I keep them, but I use them for tons of different things.
It's DOROTHY, right? For Durfee.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I understand not keeping it all, but well, these are fresh because I literally just was.
Okay, I fixed it. You can please do it.
I was using them today.
It's all good and it's fixed now.
This is scraps from what I used today, and they were laying on my desk, so it worked.
I fixed the link.
Thank you.
Yeah,
she's all about fixing my links.
When the site does it,
she's 15 going on 30.
I'm just technologically advanced. You do need to plug that before it gets drowned away.
I'm not plugging anything. They can see it.
Okay, fine. I shall plug it.
Ignore anything my daughter said. No.
Dorothy recently launched a Buy Me a Coffee page. So if you'd like to support Dorothy and all she does and you'd like to show your creative support for her, please consider donating. It can go to $5 to $3 to $10 and you can buy her a cup of tea. So please consider that. This promotion over, you may go to your regularly scheduled programs.
Do you see how silly? You know what? I didn't use mine for a long time and they just kept, and my goal this year was to use mine, and I've been trying to use them, especially in ephemera, because I mean, how many times do you need just that little scrap? And I'll tear off, you know, a little corner of a page and have. Yep, they're fresh scraps, not the rotten ones. That's so funny, Elizabeth. That's gonna crack me up. I'm gonna laugh about that later, and my husband's gonna be like, "What is wrong with you?" And I'm gonna be just sitting there, just dying laughing. And you know, one of the things, I have so many book pages from, like, you know, books that I've ripped out or.
Man, I enjoy this night bot.
Oh yeah, my daughter thinks she's funny. There you go. You need a pre-recorded commercial you can play. Just tape it and then play it during your lives, Bev. That's funny. And I'm the type of person, I mean, I didn't even think about putting it up there. She does. I don't ever. I had somebody ask me about doing a Patreon, and I'm like going, you know, I just don't know about doing that. And first of all, I don't know anything about it. And she's like, oh, here, I'll tell you how. I like using this coffee filter over top this darker paper. I think it looks cool when it comes through. It bleeds through underneath. Now you guys are probably really bored just sitting in. Oops.
What did you just drop in the void? Oh, I have to see.
Oh, do you? I've just never thought about doing it, and I'm like, I'm not sure anybody would be interested. I don't know. I don't think anybody would be really interested in.
I think Caitlin's doing her about honey. Those are what she wrote and put I work at food this week. I'm like,
well, my daughter knows exactly how to do it, and is like, here, Mom, this is what you need to do. Blah 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 blah. She's like, can you do that? I'll set it up for you. I'm like, wow. I'm just not sure it would. I'm not sure anybody would really be that interested in it. I have this one little scrap. Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of artists out there, and you know, you got to figure out
which ones you like the best.
And I don't know. It's one thing selling my stuff in my store and all of that, but I don't know. Yeah. Well, yeah. Yeah, I don't support everybody either, but there's where do you stop? There's a lot of artists out there that I like.
I think you would also feel bad because like you're supporting this person. You know, you get a sense of like guilt when like I'm supporting this one, but not this one. You know?
Yeah, and that's me because I have that, you know.
Try to give everything
well, I came from a big family, and you know, I've got all the kids. I have 4 kids, you know, and I've got 5 nieces and nephews, and between me and my brother, there's 9 kids, and beyond that, my dad was one of 9 boys. My mom's one of a ton. You know, and I thought about doing that. I thought about setting it up more as like, you know, anybody who wanted like, you know, Yeah, I don't know. So this is just a plain background. And this will probably be the one that I use next week. Just because I think that would be a cute little outside of a journal. Especially once you doll it up and add all your stuff to it. Plus, well, and what I could do is just cut it the way it is. Put my little fabric edge on it, put all my little pages in it. And then if I want whatever journal I want to use it with, I can throw that color on the top of it. So what I do is let it dry, and then all I do is cut around the edges. Of course, this one's got this really awesome inside, which is pretty cool. So I'm sort of excited about that. I may actually end up laminating this one. Maybe decorate the outside and do it. Yeah, it does. It gets, I understand. Let's see. And then I always feel guilty. I'm like, what if somebody wants to, but they can't afford it? And so, that plays into it too. And
you also feel like you're leaving like your subscribers out?
Well, yeah, and then I feel like, I've got all my people on YouTube and, that I'm pretty attached to.
Mom says Marty and mine.
And, I would feel guilty about leaving them behind.
All I know is one thing. You could a YouTube channel with all the wives' husbands.
This is a napkin. Is this what you're talking about, Jen? I love this napkin. There it is. There's my washi. So this little thing of washi that I found at, I think, the Dollar Tree. I'm going to cover what up? This? Oh, this? Do you want me to get a better piece than that? Here, I'll get a more plain one. How's that? There, is that better? There, is that better? Well, see, there's another one that was in that group. All of these got done at the same time when I coffee dyed it. And
She said no to the brown paper.
Yeah. I coffee dye in my oven.
Nice way to put it.
I do. I coffee dye in my oven on a baking sheet. And that's just the way it works. Oh, no, geez.
What they put on YouTube last week?
Jen was about ready to stroke out because I was going to use my coffee dyed piece of paper. I have a whole cabinet full of those.
Oh, you need to really use the peel more. The peel paper?
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh. A lot of people have issues with using the oven.
Why?
Oh, they're over there in that pile. Yeah, I like using my oven, and I get them all done. I can drop out. They're right there under the laminating pouches.
Oh, okay. You want a bunch of colors?
Oh, yeah, just give me one of each.
Give me a second.
And I'll pop out 150 plus.
More than that.
In, an hour. I cranked that booger up. It's like 450. I'm serious, you guys. I don't do that 200 stuff. I don't have time for that.
One of my favorite pieces of papers.
Do not have time for that.
So this is the point where I mentioned that, and I really like that, and you need to make my paper with that. So yeah, I'll just sit here and hold these.
This is stinky. I
I
do
don't think it
not.
helps soybeans.
I don't like white glue. I don't like the smell of it. No, I won't. I have been doing it that way for 4 or 5 years.
Oh no, go on 6 months.
6 years. I have been doing it like that for 6 years.
I mean-
but I sit in my kitchen. I don't go meander around my house and everything else. I sit right there by the stove.
Unless you're pressing the paper. Hey, I read that book
I
before.
sit on it and well, okay, I have my oven on 450, but like every minute I'm opening my oven so it doesn't stay at 450, if that makes sense. It probably stays a nice crispy 375.
Crispy. Just perfect.
It probably stays a nice 375.
I mean, hey, I don't think nobody's going to be as bad as Garrett.
Pull that down.
Chicken nugget. The magical hand.
Yes, if you do not, you cannot babysit. If you do not babysit your oven, you cannot do that. Do not do that.
You got a layer of glue right behind, right next to you. But
Yeah, it's okay.
put chuck on top of the keyboard so I can display this beautiful. I'm so confused how you got that color. Still fluorescent.
It does. You have no idea. There's times.
No, show the fluorescent one first.
Okay, I'll show you your fluorescent one.
I like the
Like, see, this is some of my papers. That's my yellow.
Oh, yellow doesn't show very good.
Yeah, it does. It's the way it's tilted.
Ooh.
There's my yellow.
Nice.
There's a lavender or a lilac. This will go good with my lilac kit.
It's more like a lavender.
This is my yellowish green. There's my green. She's like a spring green. You can tell she likes yellow. She put every yellow page in there.
Oh, look at that one.
Oh, she likes this because we're at baked in the oven. It does this.
Now we're using the term baked.
Awesome. Where it dried in the oven. This is my favorite.
Oh,
You didn't get the blue.
that's the blue.
No, there's a different color blue too.
Oh,
There's like a bright blue. Like a sky blue.
Ooh.
No, there's a different one. It's actually blue.
Give me a second. You have so many different papers.
I don't know. I do a bunch of different colors. And then there's the purple.
I found it.
Honestly, there's my blue. This is my blue. This is my favorite color.
You act like your entire craft is not so
I use anything that I can get a hold of. I know, I love the turquoise too. Tea to coffee to Kool-Aid to Easter egg dye.
Yeah, Easter egg dye.
I don't know what happened to my.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Could you do your papers with alcohol in it? Oh. Is that possible?
I don't know what I did with it. Anyway, you know at Easter, when you dye your Easter eggs,
There's a little kits here.
and you have all those little kits, you know, and you get the little wire that you put your eggs in, and you know, you dye Easter eggs with your kids. When those go on sale at like Walmart, and did you hear my clock again? I told you. I'm gonna make my husband move it. It drives me nuts.
Here's the clock one.
Yeah.
That's dope.
And they put those on clearance for like 25 cents, or if you watch, they'll have them for like 10 for $1. Shelly, my girl, what is up?
The term delicious when you're talking about paper.
What is up? You guys, that's my girl right there. Anyway,
I'm gonna go back over here. My cage.
So yeah, when they put the little pause, thank you. I think it's pause, whatever brand it is. Anyway, they put it on clearance at my Walmart, and you can get it for like 25 cents a box or 10 cents a thing. I don't find it till it's on clearance. When it goes like, but I live in a college town. Well, okay, my Walmart's in a college town, so there's not a lot of like as many little kids or anything. So I think Sometimes that's why you find it. But yeah, you know, they'll be 25 cents or 10 cents, 10 of them for $1 or whatever. That's when I grab them up, and you know, how many is ever in the thing. And except I don't use vinegar. What I do is I boil my water, get my water hot, just like you're going to tea dye or coffee dye. And I always do that with hot water. Some people will coffee dye with cold water. I boil my water and do it. I'll lay my paper in there and I'll use a rubber spatula and knock it under because it's so hot I can't touch the water. Because the hotter it is, the more it's going to seep into all of those wonderful.
You really need to start using the
little
pores.
Fibers. All of those. Couldn't think of the word, you guys. I'm getting old. All the little fibers, and it leaches into there and all that. So when I use those, I boil my water, I get it scalding hot, and then I take a spoon and crush the little tablets that are in there till it becomes powder. Now you can get some that's like the liquid gel. If that's so, then you just dump those in there. But the little ones I just smash up and then stir them up almost like if you're using Kool-Aid, and use those, and man, it will just catch it like that. Now if you coffee dye, make sure you're putting baking soda in your water. Like a quarter. Yeah, Shelly, I bet I am. Make sure you put, like, I usually use about a quarter to a half teaspoon of baking soda in my coffee dye when I'm dyeing paper. Because if you don't, the acid, your paper's not acid free because coffee has acid in it. So over time, if you use like pictures or something like that, over long term, it'll decay. Yep. Now, you didn't hear this from me either. But if you're wanting to do brown, like a vintage brown, like a vintage photo brown, and I don't have one because I just used up the rest of mine. Go to, I don't think, unless I have an extra up there.
Say what it is, I'll see if I can find it.
Go to the Dollar Tree and you get the brown shoe dye. You know, the ones that have the sponge in it, the little sponge.
Oh, I think you have one more.
On it.
See if I can find it.
And use that. You just put maybe a tablespoon or so in there. Don't use your kitchen measuring gadgets, you guys, to measure anything that you're using.
Let me see if I can find it.
It really is. It's not a fun fact. It's actually a chemical fact.
You didn't tell them to make Celsius, Mom.
Yeah. So now I'm going to set this to the side. I need to dry this a little bit because it's like pretty flimsy.
I'm surprised you haven't been using the foaming Easter egg dye to get that really cool, like, bubbly texture.
Yes, you can use foaming Easter egg dye to get a bubbly texture. I can't. My chair won't move. There you go. Yep, it really does. But yeah, it'll decay your pictures and stuff. You want to make sure everything's acid free if you're going to use it in like a planner with pictures, or even in your journals if you want to keep them long term. You know, it'll keep it from corroding and decaying.
Can you also use alcohol ink?
Yes, you can use alcohol ink. Well, no. Yes, you can. You can technically use alcohol inks to dye paper, but it takes a massive amount of them because the alcohol evaporates and there's not a lot of dye in there. So, you know, you will waste your alcohol inks doing that. You can use, let me see, I'm trying to think of what else I've used. You can take flowers, leaves, anything like that. If you get like flowers that are red or yellow or whatever, you can put a little bit of water in your blender, like a cup or so. Dump them in there and ground them up. You have to ground them up good though. Use like, if you have like a magic bullet or something like that, and then you want to grind them up.
Oh, she said eco dye. Are you dye paper feeling that? Oh my god, that yellow.
Hold on, I'm looking to see if I have any left. I may have used the last in my little journal today. Yep, I used the last that I had dyed. You know what? I may have some in my little notebooks. Hold on. Let me see if I have any other ones. These, do you see the green on it? I don't know if you can see like the green sort of rusty stain. Okay, these were done by, I went out and just went through my yard. I didn't use one certain type. The bullet, you know what I'm talking about? Like I have a micro bullet, a ninja bullet that you know, like a juicer type thing. Or even a blender, a high-powered blender would work. A regular blender will work too. If you don't have a blender and you want to try to do it and you're going to do it like with a mixer or something like that, you may be able to put it in the stove and boil it with some water first to soften it up. Then run it through, because then it's not going to put as much stress on your mixer if you're using like a standard mixer, because, you know, like a $10 Walmart blender or whatever.
Don't use one. Use daily.
But yeah, I went out into the yard and I picked grass, leaves, anything I could find. And like I said, you can use flowers, yellow flowers, red flowers, whatever. Now, the thing to remember is just because a flower is yellow or just because a flower is red, just because it's purple, you may not get that color, because sometimes they're that color because the sun hits them, but they're not actually that color when you use them to dye. So what I do is just, you know, put a cup and a half water in there, grind it up. It will get grainy. Yeah, I boil. I don't put anything on paper that's not boiling, because I just find it doesn't. Okay, that's not true. If I want paper, a really light paper. Let me try to find a coffee dye paper that's really light. Okay, so you see this paper. Give me a piece of dirt at the top. Okay, so this was, I don't even know what this is. Oh, part of the secret garden. Okay, like this is where I just put plain paper in, but I didn't boil it. This is when it's boiled, so you can see a little bit, but this isn't even a good one, because hand me that one right there. Do you see the difference? This is something else I was doing. This is overspray.
Cover it.
But do you see the difference in the paper? Yeah. Yeah, make sure you do. Yeah, you don't want to put it in there when it's like, now if you're blending it, if you're just putting it straight in a blender and you have a high powered blender, you can put it in there with cold water and blend it, and it's fine. If you don't and you have a cheaper, or if you just want to go to like the Dollar Tree, or not the Dollar Tree, the dollar store, and buy a blender just to use for dyeing, then, you know, you want to get your water warm. It doesn't have to be boiling, just warm. But when you're going to dye with it, after you blend it up and you put it in your pan, then add your boiling water to it, if that makes sense. I hope I said that right. But yeah, so, you know, that'll make a difference. But
if not, you said it well enough.
Did you just take my little notebooks?
Yes, I did.
Can I have those back, please? I wasn't done with those.
Figure out which drawer they were.
But yeah, I walked around my yard. I gathered. But yeah, I walked around. I picked grass, leaves, all different things. And that's where the green came from. So, I mean, you can see, I mean, it dyes really good. And it does have that more of an eco dye earth tone look to it.
It looks more natural than like this brick.
And I sort of like the fact that it's scattered. I'm going to have to do some more because I want to do a nature journal here pretty soon. I'm trying to get it. Let me see. I don't know if you guys can see that really good. Yep. So there you go. And then these were extras, spares that I cut up and made a little, isn't that a cute little notebook? So that is that. Let me see. Where did you put my thing that was drying?
Right. Yeah, you moved it.
Okay. So, well, there's some wet spots here. Most of it's dry.
Blast it with the heater.
No, most of it's dry.
Wait,
You hear it?
Oh, Jen.
Okay, Jen. Thanks, dear. See you later. Yeah, so this is pretty dry, so by tomorrow I'll be ready to go. Oh my gosh. You're so funny. Okay. Okay, bye, Vanessa. Thanks for hanging around.
Which one should go up here? I can't pick. I did 2 sketches to go up here, but I can't decide.
I like that one. Let me see this.
Okay.
See, this is some of Elena's artwork.
They're sketches. They're not even done.
They're sketches. They're not done.
They're
She's just working on these.
there.
But that's just work she's just working on.
Man, it doesn't really do justice on the shading, does it?
So she does really good.
Attach papers to your phone.
There you go.
It's hot. It's called being hot.
Night, guys. Yeah, she is. She's very gifted. And that's not even...
This is my small
Is that the only thing you
I
have?
have all of my other journals.
Is there anything in here? I don't know. She's got so many journals.
I just went through and I have 22.
You have 22 journals?
2017.
Yeah, she's drawn 22. Did you say 22?
22 different journals through
22 journals that are full since 2017. Yes, she is very good. She's very talented. She's 15 years old. She loves this. She loves drawing these little macaws.
It's a cockatiel.
A cockatiel. Sorry,
his
not a
name
macaw.
is Chewy.
His name's Chewy is what she's named him.
He's not my bird.
And she draws him all the time. It's like her little
He's everywhere.
her little
I
buddy.
also have that one if you want to show that one. Just don't flip through any of the other pages. Trust me.
And like
Don't do that one.
some of her line drawings.
I wish I still had the one.
This is one of her floral things.
I wish I still had the one I gave to Fred. That one's dope.
I love it.
And the cool S's in this.
Oh yeah, they're good. Do you guys remember the S from like the 80s? Guess where she got that from?
It's okay. I was drawing the smile.
But yeah, she's really good. His name's Chewy, the little bird.
He's a cockatiel.
She calls him Chewy. But yeah, she does really, really good. I wish I could draw half as good as she does.
Bruh, you draw so much better than I do.
I do not draw better than you. I draw, but not that great.
Yeah, this sketchbook's just filled with doodles and eyeballs.
But yeah, she's into this thing now with drawing
I've been
eyeballs.
into this
Sort of
thing.
that like Dina Wakley type.
Eyeballs and hands. I don't know why.
But yeah, she does some really good artwork. Some of it. She's got paid for some artwork.
I got a company to do some.
So she's drawn them for a company.
Sticker mule.
So
I'm gonna go get another piece of camera. Skittles and Chewy, a cute little book.
well, thank you. Yes, she's very good. And then my other daughter paints, but
Can you go grab one of the things? Yeah.
and my other daughter's 17. She likes Bob Ross paintings. It's her style. She does really good. Yeah, get the one in the dining room.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so see, that makes a nice little journal cover. And then when I cut it in half, that'll make, actually, I may end up cutting this into 4 pieces. and doing like some little mini journals.
The glare might be ungodly, but you can try.
I don't know how glaring this will be, but
it will be glaring.
this is my 17-year-old daughter's painting. So yeah,
Her as she's doing more and she's getting better. I like the texture.
she does. So they're both very talented. They both won't admit that they are, but they are.
I'm a little bit more admittable than Caitlin.
But they both do really good. This one's not quite dry yet. I'm gonna trim it up anyway. I am so lucky. They both do really good. She just did another painting over the weekend. I don't know what happened. She may have it upstairs in her room. But, I mean, oh my gosh, it was gorgeous. I used to draw and paint and everything all the time. I just don't anymore because I have this thing called journaling that I'm attached to. And then what I do is I just use my little precision thing and squeeze some glue under there if I find a little place that's hung up. And these some of these I may laminate and do like some traveler's notebook covers out of. Yes, Marty.
Fred does paint.
Yeah, my husband paints too.
None of his friends are in here.
Yeah, I don't have any of his.
Well, we got the smaller one that Fred didn't with Caitlin, but it's in the garage and I'm not walking all the way up there. It's too cold.
Yeah, my husband paints too.
Was it Marty that did the keyhole?
Marty, no, that was April. I don't know what happened to April. I haven't heard from her or anything. I need to send her a message again. She's just busy. Sometimes life catches up with us and you get really busy.
I like Marty's stuff too.
Yeah, Marty's drawings are phenomenal. Okay, so that one's almost dry. Let me grab my... Let's see, so I'm working 8.5, so I need 4 1/4.
Measurements.
4 1/4 if I can read the thing. My poor little cutter is getting abused.
Someone's abused by you.
Yeah, I've seen a post, but I hadn't seen her anywhere else, so I'm not sure. But I know she was really busy there for a while and had a lot of family stuff going on, so.
Well, Mom, you're very artistic over your journals. I mean, heck, I could never.
You can draw a stick figure. I can draw a stick figure, but you won't be able to tell it's a stick figure.
You could have saw a stick figure and you get a duck.
Well, I know the last time I talked to her, there was a lot of family stuff going on. You'll have to share some of his stuff in the group, Marty.
How old is Andy again?
And how old is Andy?
I forgot. I should know that.
I'm trying to remember. I know she said before, but there's like a lot of people and a lot of kids to keep track of. I'm lucky when I remember the husband's names. My memory just seems, I've hit that point to where your memory starts going and it's like, you can't remember anything. Oh, he's just a wee bit younger than I. Because I'll be 45 in December.
God, so
Why would you say?
I thought she was in her 40s and I remembered how older she is. And that explains the way she...
She's like, oh, she acts like my grandma.
She acts like Fred.
She does. So my husband acts like. Hello.
Wait, who's that? Mom, get in there.
I'm trying to remember, Oh, really? He just started. That's crazy. That's what I didn't. I drawed when I was younger, and then I didn't draw for a long time. And then my husband and daughter were actually out at the farm, and they were doing some stuff, and I started sketching, and everybody was like, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you could sketch like that." And my kids were like, "What?"
You really do with watercolor as well.
Good night, Bev. Get feeling better. Bev. Okay. So I have those. Will you hand me my corner rounder?
This. Oh, the tragedy.
It wasn't. I make it work anyway. Till my other one gets here. I broke my corner jumper today. I'm gonna turn around and use the other end.
Jojo wants to know, are you just making the cover?
Am I just making the cover? Mm-hmm. These are gonna look horrid because I broke my chomper this morning, you guys. I dropped it and it died. So I had ordered another one. But it's not here yet. Amazon doesn't deliver fast enough. I have to wait till like Friday. Well, I was just chomping these down and I'm gonna ink them up. And then next week we'll pick the pages and sew them in and all that lovely.
We're so far off camera.
I know I'm off camera. That's because I can't see up there by the camera. Because it's over there and I can't do it. I'll have it all crooked. Okay. Let's have that.
You really need to clean your nails.
I know. So I'm going to ink it up. Because everything's better with a little ink.
That's no impact.
So, and then we'll be back next Wednesday. We'll round this off a little bit more. And then next week we will pull out all the papers and go ahead and then everything will be dry and I can
This is gonna sound dumb sometimes for me, but which one are you working on?
do some little canvas ones too to show you how those will be. And those are really cool because that canvas you can sew through. I think I probably just scalped that corner. Actually, I'm pretty sure I did. Close enough for government work. You guys should throw up some pictures of your projects you're working on in the group.
Ooh,
so we can see it. Let's see what everybody's working on. I didn't do this. Yeah.
Oh, no, I did actually.
Oh my gosh. I know, me too. I misspell stuff so bad. Okay, we're going to do these next week. What do you guys want to do the week after that? Because we're finishing these up next week. What do you guys want to work on then? Yep, I am here every Wednesday night.
With the new edition of me.
I'm here every single Wednesday night, and apparently, I don't know if Giggles will start hanging out or not. So what do you guys want to work on after this? I wish that number was on the front. Oh well, it's still cute. So these are the ones we use the pink on.
She mods Wednesday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. for a friend. But I will hop here afterwards.
Okay, thank you. Yep, so that's the one. Whatever I feel like doing. Okay. We'll come up with something. So yes, that's 4 little covers from that one. Then if I cut this one the same way, that'll be 8. The pink napkin one will be 12. My canvas one I'm not cutting up, but I'll cut one of the other canvas ones up. And I probably can get 4 larger ones out of that. So probably about 16.
Oh, you ended up.
Yeah. Nope, 10:30.
I need to go to bed soon.
Unless I get something really. I love this where it looks like it's dirty right there where it's. See what the splatter is? Yep. I'm liking that one. Okay, in your head you often say daughters. Nice. That's okay.
Oh, is Dot supposed to be like a short version
Of Dorothy, yeah.
Why Dot? I will definitely.
My.
Your Anna Green Gables paper, Dorothy. Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
Oh, thank you. Yes, I love the Anna Green Gables one. I haven't started it yet. These came from one piece of paper, and I just folded it in half and then folded it in half again. So the covers end up being, let me see, 5.5 by 4.25. Yep, so 5.5 by 4.25, and individually they are, once you fold them, they're 2.5 by 4.25. Are you, Marty? I want to see what you're working on. Put it in the group if you're working on it. Inspire us. I love that kit. I'm getting ready to start it. I actually have a special thing I'm going to be doing with it, and I'm actually going to be doing a tutorial.
Ooh, you are?
With my Anna Green Gables. Really, it's Anna Green Gables.
Yeah, good point. I should have known how you were going to do them.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Did I say 2.25? No. Did I?
You did.
Yeah, 2.75. Whew, buddy. 4.25. Thank you, Elizabeth. But yeah, I mean, it's just literally, fold your paper in half and then fold it in half again. Or put it on your cutter and cut it halfway and cut it. Yeah, and this is the perfect size, to stick in a pocket in a journal. Let's see. I was trying to see if I have any loose pockets hanging around. Let's see. I was trying to see. I thought I had a loose one around here. Well, here's a folded book page. So, well, this is a smaller book page, but yeah. Actually, that would look, if I trim that down a little bit, that would be a good page, and I could have pockets inside my book.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
There's a little text pocket book. And this was just a book page that I folded in half, but it's a smaller book page.
I feel feel like me and Marty are just leaks.
Let me find another piece of paper. Okay, so here's one with Italy on it.
You like Italy? Italy's pretty.
So this is like an encyclopedia size page, where the other one was like a textbook page. It's a little uneven, but that's okay. Yes. Yeah, and something little like that for a little kid would be absolutely cute. And also, here's something to think about. If you put maybe like 10 little pages in here, this would be a great size for like Happy Mail. Because it's so small. You know, you're not going to get that astronomical shipping fees. You know what? There's probably a better way to do this like this. Am I making it? You know? Yeah, never know.
It'd be cute to do that.
Not making an airplane. Not that I haven't.
I am very good at it.
Fast fact, I actually won an airplane making contest when I was in middle school.
God, you're such a nerd.
Well, I went to a private school during middle school, so.
I am in a private school.
Okay, thank you.
Whee!
I know, right?
It'd be really cool to do a journal based around like paper airplanes.
Yeah, if you had a little boy who could.
Yeah, like you open the page.
Yeah, so see,
that'd be so cool.
that would be really cute. So yeah, this is an encyclopedia page. So this page is, I think, like standard encyclopedia size.
What's the standard?
Well, most encyclopedias are around the same size. So this page is 7 5/8 by 10. Makes the perfect pocket size for them. And I mean, you still have enough room that, because I mean, you know, once you get them a little bit bigger. Now these were bigger. I cut 2, but then I had like I cut them in 2. But then I cut I had lost like an inch around here versus, doing the 4. But this even fits. Yeah, no, that's too big for that. But yeah, so. Yeah, and I mean, these would be cute just to have in your purse or in a pocket even. They're small enough to throw, in a back pocket or whatever. Especially if you're out like doing something and you have an idea, because my big thing, like I walk through Hobby Lobby and I'm inspired, or any kind of craft store or out in the garden or whatever, and things come up to you and you're like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, 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 and this. And you never have a pen with you. Get one of those little mini pens that they have and stick with it, and you'd have one with you all the time. So, yep. So next week we will put the pages in these. But yeah, I'm liking the fact that these fit like this. And technically, if you made another one of these, another pocket like this, and glued it to the back, and then put a cover, you could make like a bigger journal like this. And then, have 4 small journals in it. Yeah, last week's Wingding we did this. These are simple. You just fold it in half, and then fold it in half, and then fold it down. So I mean, it's pretty simple, but I like these because they're easy to decorate too. And you get 2, so they're great to put like down in the binding. So, okay, guys, it is 10:30. You know what that means? Lights out for Dorothy. You get up at 4.
Hey, I've been trying here.
She's been trying to get me to do like an apothecary journal.
Like very oh my god, what's the people that stuff animals? Very taxidermy-ish with like embalmed animals. Ooh.
She's silly.
I want that.
Night, Shelly. I will see you later. Take care. Yeah, I know. My daughter has like these massive, massive ideas. So, okay, guys, you guys take care, and I will see you next time. Be safe. Jen, you're supposed to be in bed. Or in a shower. Did you get out of your shower? Really? She showed up at the last minute. Okay, guys, I will chat with you later. Oh, well, thanks, Brenda. Make sure you come back and see us again. Every Wednesday, we're here. Oh, night, Elizabeth. Good night, Liz. Good night, Kath. I'm trying to think of it. Night, Joe. Oh, hearts back to you, Elizabeth. Okay, I will see you guys next time.